The NFL has released the schedule for the 2018 season, and now we all get to stare at it as the background on our phone for 4 months before they even play one of the games. I'm going to show you the schedule and make way too early predictions based on my initial reaction to the schedule. I do have plans to do a way more in-depth 2018 season preview for all 32 teams this summer, but they're going to take up a lot of time, so I need you guys to let me know that you actually want them by typing in 2018 into the comments below. I'm starting with the Cowboys schedule because the 7-round mock draft video I did got the most love out of all the other teams, so I'm making this to show my appreciation. And obviously you need to make sure you're subscribed to the channel so that you will be able to see the preview videos and all the other NFL content I'll be posting during the offseason to give you that midsummer football fix. Week 1 at the Carolina Panthers. Everybody and their grandma expected the Cowboys and Giants to open up in primetime for the 100th season in a row, but the NFL surprised us with a road trip to play Cam Newton and the Panthers in Week 1. The Panthers are not the same defensive unit they were a few seasons ago, and maybe in the middle of shifting to more of an offensive team as their defense ages. I don't think they have a great secondary, and the Cowboys' lack of weapons at wide receiver won't show up this early in the season. The Cowboys will be able to control the clock and wear out their D here and come away with the W. Week 2 with the Giants coming to Dallas. We don't have to wait long for the Cowboys and Giants to play in a primetime matchup. Assuming Eli is still the starter at this point, I think the Cowboys defensive coaches will know how to get him rattled as they have in the past. Cowboys get the W here. Week 3 at Seahawks. The Seahawks basically knocked the Cowboys out of the playoffs in Zeke's first game back from his suspension last year, and I think the Cowboys will remember that one pretty well. The Seahawks also might be due for another down year as they regroup and reload. Russell Wilson is a magician though and will always keep them in games, but I do think that the 12th man has worn down a little as of late, and the Cowboys are the better team here and do win. Week 4 versus the Lions. The Lions are going to be a big question mark going into the season. When a talented team has years of below average coaching and underachieving, you forget that they have a lot of potential. Matt Patricia is a really intelligent guy and could have this franchise operating at a much higher level moving forward, but I still think that the Cowboys running game is going to be off to a lethal start to begin the season. Cowboys win. Week 5 at Texans. This Texas matchup has game of the year potential. Two young quarterbacks wearing the same number leading their high-powered offenses on Sunday Night Football. I think the Texans offense is going to pick up right where they left off before Deshaun Watson's injury and hand the Cowboys their first loss of the season. Week 6 versus the Jaguars. The Jaguars finally turned things around in 2017, but the question will be, can they hide Blake Bortles' warts for another season? Assuming Bortles hasn't been benched yet, the Jaguars defense should once again be one of the best units in the league. Jalen Ramsey probably feels some kind of way about the Cowboys passing on him for Zeke in the draft, and I bet he has his guys fired up for this one. Cowboys lose another one. Week 7 at the Redskins. The Redskins are prepping for a year of Alex Smith, and this offense doesn't have nearly the weapons that Smith underachieved with in Kansas City. The Redskins will win a few games this season, but this isn't one of them. Cowboys get the W. The Cowboys have a Week 8 bye, and that's about as perfect as you can hope for in the NFL. Some of these poor teams have a Week 4 bye, and that's just not right. I've always thought the NFL should stretch the season out a few more weeks and give every team 2 bye weeks, but that's a long story for another video. Let's move on. Week 9 versus the Titans. The Cowboys will be fresh off their bye week, and I think they're going to be ready to outrush the Titans. This could end up being one of the lowest scoring games and more boring games of the season, as both teams are going to rely on owning the clock and short to intermediate passing. In the end, I think the Cowboys offense prevails and the Cowboys win. Week 10 at the Eagles. Carson Wentz might take a few weeks to get comfortable after his torn ACL, but of course the Cowboys won't get to see him while he's working out the kinks, and I think that they handle the Cowboys at home. Cowboys lose this one. Week 11 at the Falcons. This is a tough set of back-to-back games for the Cowboys. They're going to learn a lot about themselves in these 2 weeks here, and they might be too beat up from the street fight in Philly to really give the Falcons their best game. But the Cowboys season really ended in Atlanta last year, and I think they'll be able to channel that embarrassment and pull off the upset here in Atlanta. Cowboys win. Week 12 versus the Redskins. The Redskins are going to visit the Cowboys on Thanksgiving again, and the Cowboys have been awful on Thanksgiving lately, which is strange because it's such a clutch home field advantage. The Redskins will be a good team to come visit when you need to get off a bad streak. Cowboys are going to win this one. Week 13 versus the Saints. The Saints really surprised everyone last year. Even if you thought they were going to be good going into the season, surely all hope was lost after that 0-2 start. I think they can continue to carry that momentum into what I think will be Drew Brees' final season to be one of the best teams in the league. Cowboys are going to lose this one. Week 14 versus the Eagles. After getting their butt kicked in Philly, the Cowboys redeemed themselves to avoid getting swept by the Eagles at home. Cowboys win. Week 15 at the Colts. The Colts might have Andrew Luck and they might not this season. If he's playing, I think the Colts have a shot at winning a lot more games this year, but their defense still sucks, so either way I'm taking the Cowboys here. Week 16 versus the Buccaneers. I've been waiting on the Bucs to take that next step for a few seasons, and while I still think that this year might be the year that Jameis Winston finally pulls it all together, I think the Cowboys will be even better this year, so Cowboys win. Week 17 at the Giants. The Giants will likely have moved on from Eli Manning at this point in the season, but if the Cowboys season goes as I've predicted, then they could be resting their starters for this game. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give the Giants the W here in garbage time. So all that leaves the Cowboys 11-5 on the season and could be just short of taking the division if the Eagles can avoid that Super Bowl slump. If you agree that the Cowboys can win 11 games this season, don't forget to hit that like button so I know to make sure I do some more of these 2018 preview videos this season. If you think I'm being a biased homer here with this prediction, feel free to hit the dislike button. I'm over it. And if you're taking predictions that seriously months before the season even starts, put your phone down, go for a walk, because it's not that serious, fam. This prediction is just for fun since I'm still learning what kind of stuff you guys like to watch over here on YouTube. Feel free to give me some advice or criticism in the comments below because I love hearing you guys' thoughts on what I'm doing here. Alright, if you guys watched this far into the video, you must be fellow Cowboys fans, so type hashtag Cowboys Nation in the comments below and hit that subscribe button on your way out. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video.